There we go.
Okay. So welcome you all again. Today is a very interesting day. We are going to find out how Mona make this amazing videos for her presentations, their official presentations through iMovie. So it's going to be, it's a pleasure to have you all here at the Mentoring Research Network gathering, monthly gathering. You used to get together once a month to share experiences and knowledge. So you are very welcome for our next meetings. And we usually record, so if you would like to take a look at our previews, you can check out in our page in the internet. So today we will share experience. So we start actually knowing a little bit from you. If you are used to make videos for your scientific presentations or whatever kind of knowledge sharing presentations. Yes, Tess is amazing, her videos. That's why I'm very excited for today. She's going to share with her the tricky, her secrets about it. And so feel open in the chat to share if you have an experience in doing videos like that. Which platform do you usually use? If you seek for professional help or not, if you have any specific difficulty or challenge, so share a bit with us so we can direct the focus of the presentation to what you're most interested in. So the floor is open if you would like to write in the chat or to open the mic. We'll make it short so don't lose time of her sharings, but it's open if you would like to share your experience in that field. Is there any tool also? You're using iMovie, but if you are used to use another tool or application, please share with us. Premiere. Oh, Premiere Pro and Canva. We have two different. We also know that iMovie, I guess, is specific for Mac users. So, and if I'm not wrong, Tess can clarify on that. We have a way to use iMovie in a different computer than the Macintosh. I'm not sure, but I guess. Adobe Rush. Different ones. Anybody use a different tool or application or?
Oh, can I go?
Sure, please.
So I use those three different softwares, that is Premiere Pro, Canva, and Adobe Rush. So Adobe Rush is like a beginner software for Premiere Pro. If someone who just wants to start and they want to learn, and maybe they have limited space on their laptop, so I get to use Rush if I want to make things, go as fast as possible, and it's something very chunky and bulky. When it comes to Canva, let's say people take a video using their phones, and I'm in the field, I don't have my laptop, there is no Wi-Fi that I can connect to. So Canva comes in very handy. So you're able to make most videos using Canva, and the transitions are good. So as long as you just take short videos which are good quality, you will be able to get templates that will help you to make your work easier and make a video. And also for anyone who has no idea, like they are and they're completely new in the field of video presentation, usually I recommend Canva because it's like it has a template. So yours is just to fit in videos that you have taken and also pictures. So you're able to also write and make a good presentation out of it. So it is a bit limiting, but at least it will give you a head start on what you can use in Rush and also in Premiere Pro. So Premiere Pro is the big one that people tend to use. You can use to actually make a movie that people can watch on the big screen. So it's a bit complex, but not that complex that no one can understand, but it is excellent because you're able to make something and people with all the transitions that are a bit complex and people are able to follow. So the other one is I don't have much experience in, but it's AfterCut Pro that is used for Mac as well. But I'm interested in the iMovie. Yeah. So that is all that I have to say. And all of that, Canva, you're able to get it on your phone and laptop. What else am I forgetting? Rush and Premiere Pro, you're able to get them on your Windows application. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing, Taz. Just one thing, the Premiere Pro and the Adobe Rush, you could use in the Macintosh too, or is only for the PC? Or
I think you're able to use that on the PC. I don't know. I think Mac comes with AfterCut and iMovie. So yeah, but that one I am not sure. But what I've seen in the industry, in the media industry here, people tend to use Mac, that is AfterCut, and then plus iMovie to make their videos. So Premiere Pro, Windows, I guess, and then ProCut and iMovies for the others, for Mac, sorry.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I could share a little bit too what I have been doing. Well, actually, I'm not very familiar with video making, and so I used to use the Zoom recording with the slides, right? I do the slides in the PowerPoint, and then I do like this, this classical class lecture. I record. So, hi, 10. Yeah, I think that the audio is open. So yeah, and I record it. And then what I try to do that already worked is mixing a little bit of the two. So I prepare what I'm gonna say, the slides and what I'm gonna say. I record it in the Zoom, and then I transfer this video to the iMovie and then try to mix with images and things. So that's what I had done until now. So I'll pass the word if somebody else would like. Hi, Françoise and Lukemi. Would like to share your experience in video making for sharing knowledge. The floor is free, Lai. Well, if nobody wants to share anything, I think we can start, Mona. Please.
Thank you so much, Nepa, and thank you, Tess, for sharing those very nice apps. We should compile them and make them available as a resource for all of us. And also, prior to my experience in iMovie, I used to work on the very simple one, the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, because it has this kind of animation within every slide, and then at the end you can save the whole presentation as an MP4, so it can turn into a video. So this is also a very simple technique to make a nice video and become also animated. Let's gently start by saying that what's the purpose of making a video presentation, and what's your intention, what's the message that you need to convey, and how can you prepare for it, because it's very tedious and it needs a personality that's like having this sense of experimentation. So you need to have patience with yourself and at the same time with your computer, and try to navigate through as many options as you can, and at the same time reframing. The issue is really about even reviewing the draft of the video with someone who can give you a bright idea that maybe the sound is not really working with the clips, or maybe you should make the segments more readable, so you should extend the time a bit, or all this needs time to review and needs a lot of brains to put yourself in the mood to be able to make a video presentation. Let me just take you on a quick journey through one of the resources that is doesn't really have any copyrights issue, and you can very simply download any of the small videos that you have. You can even save them for later, or download it like this. Okay, this will direct you to a smaller screen that I have to close my video so that the internet can be more accelerated. So here you can download the video, okay, no problem with this. But since I don't really need it, so I will skip this part. I just want you to save this website because it has no copyright issues and is really full of small clips that is also related to the African context. That's why I really love it. So pardon about the delay, my internet is not that strong enough. And also to let you know that iMovie, sometimes in the initial phase, it needs internet connection. So you need to make sure while you are like downloading pictures and videos and everything on the app, you should be having like internet connection. I don't know what's wrong here, but let me open this website. It's called Backspay here if you want to download any musical piece. And again, it's very easy to download it and it is copyright free. So let's examine some of them. And yeah, here you have the type of music that you would like. Okay, so according to the general mood of the video, how you are imagining it, you should see here, for example, inspiration. So we can listen to this one. I think it's getting really like noisy, so we can try something else. So when you click on this arrow, okay, it will give you more details on inspiring and at the same time advertising and suitable for a background for a video. Okay, so here you have many other options. Here, let's hear this one. Sometimes you have issues with the resolution itself, so I will not consider this one because the resolution is not that pure. Okay, and so on. So another tip here that you have the timing of each of these musical fragments. For example, you need your video to be like 3 minutes. So instead of wasting your time trying to listen to all those 1 and 2 minutes, you should skip to search for another clip, which is around 3 minutes or 3 and something, you know. So let's, for example, see this one. Okay, so you have many varieties, many categories, and at the same time, you can filter them according to whatever you would like. So you can play around here and you can figure out which specific musical piece you would aim for. So do you have any questions up till this moment? We have already mentioned 2 websites. One is Pixels for the pictures, and the other one for the audios is Pexpay. So maybe I will have to send them, I think, later, so that I will not disrupt the flow. But those...
Mona,
yes,
excuse me. Sorry for interrupting, but I just arranged it with Tess. She's going to be gathering all these resources in a one-piece document so we can share it later with everybody. So you don't need to worry about the links and everything. Okay?
So yeah, for the time being, here's the Bixby, and you can save it for later. It's very good and huge, actually. Maybe you can spend 1 or 2 days just to figure out which musical piece can fit with the mood or the message of your video presentation. So let's move to the iMovie app. So here you have projects. Okay. Here you have projects, and those are the compilations of the many other projects that we have undertaken. Some of them are really iconic.
Mona?
Yes?
Sorry again. It's just that we are still seeing Pixabay. I'm not sure if this is the timing of, it's a little bit delayed, or if you didn't share.
And how about now?
It's still Pixabay.
Okay, so let me switch my internet connection and Vanessa?
Yes.
Can you see now the iMovie?
No. You know what? Try to unshare screen and then share again.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Just bear with me. All will be well. There's a kind of delay, but I hope that it is just transient. So I guess now I'm sharing my iMovie. Can you see it?
Yes, now it's okay.
So here's the main page of all the projects, okay? All the projects that has previously been saved or been crafted in the iMovie. So what I will do is that I will click here, okay, on this cross, and to make a new project, it will ask me if I would like to combine videos, photos, and music to make my own video, or I would like to make a trailer and to follow a template to create a Hollywood-style movie trailer. So let's first explore trailer, because it's very simple, because we will be working on a template. Let's go. Yeah. So here we can examine all of the trailers present. Pardon for this, but then I can showcase it here if I clicked on it. Better to make it in full screen. Okay, so it's very funny that you can see in the beginning and in the end, the MRN is typed in because you have this like outlined, and when you change it in every trailer, you will have it saved in the next trailer. So always make sure that you put all the credits right, okay? And you make the name fitting to the new trailer, okay? And here also you have many different cover pages for the trailer. So the Dandelion, this is the one showcased. We have colored bars. If we shows it, will work like this, okay? And here, and all will be written in it MRN because it's already the studio name. So you can explore them all, and you can choose whatever fits into the spirit of the film that you are going to craft, okay? So this is just to let you know that the outline is done from this icon, okay? And then you have the storyboard. The storyboard of the trailer, it will take you to like the initial clips and the stepwise of how they are compiled. So the very first clip is like landscapes broad like this, okay? And when you go back and forth, it will showcase itself like this, so that you can figure out and you can imagine which picture you are going to start with. And then here again, the outline, you can change it, okay? So here you can simply change it by clicking here, okay? Then you have only 2 clips. You can insert the ones that you are already preparing them, and so on. So in each clip, it has like a different angle from which there is a focus. And this angle is making like more depth or giving a new dimension to how you are like focusing on while you are playing the music and the video is like flowing. So this is like how the trailer anatomy looks like, okay? And to make it like in the same timeline of it, you have to work here, okay? So you will import media and you will continue to work on it here. But then if you would like to save it and use it in making a longer video, then this is another advanced one. I don't recommend that we go through it. It's like the video that was produced for, okay, let's save it and then remove it. You can simply here, okay? And then you can delete it. That's okay. So what I'm talking about is this sophisticated video of the MRN. The MRN, yeah, tails. In the MRN tails, I used first the trailer, and then I inserted it. Just bear with me 1 second. So do you have any questions in the trailer?
I have one question.
Yes, Vanessa.
So you add, you choose and you add your images, you drag your images to the template they are sharing to be personalized. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. You download into the iMovie and then you drag into the template that they are providing. Okay,
yes.
Perfect.
So the reason why I will not really focus on the trailer because it's very narrow, you know. So usually it's like 1.5 minutes, 2 minute maximum. So when you are like submitting for fan meeting, for any of the international conferences, usually you are given like 3 minutes. I don't think that 1 minute is enough to make it like fast-paced and noisy and no, you just need to focus on the content itself. So sometimes trailers, I think, Tess, it's good when you are like announcing for something or an event. Maybe this will be more applicable to Tess in the announcements and so on. But for us to conduct a video presentation to be showcased in conference or something, you will need to make it like more lengthy, more the content. You first you articulate a very well written script, and you keep it in front of you so that you can like record first on the Zoom, and then you can save it as a recording. Then you can upload it here when you, when you click here on the media. Okay, when you click on the media, it will take you to the place on the desktop from where you would like to download. Just let me, yeah, here you have import to project media, yes, and then you can navigate through the desktop, for example. So here you have like any of the pictures that you are having, okay, so I'm not really preparing something actually, but then I thought like we can navigate together through the already made, trailer, which, can you follow up now?
Yes, perfect. So you were going to say that usually you use the trailer to make like the entrance, the beginning of the movie, and then you transfer that. That's what we were going to start talking. How do you insert the what's that called? The one that we just saw into the one that you can make longer videos, the other style.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But
okay.
Insertion method, we can just like keep it later until I just give you some background on how you can download. First, you have this media and this download arrow. Okay, so you will have all the pictures installed here on this place. Okay, and then you try to drag them so that you fit them where you would like them to be. But then because I don't want to mess with this one, maybe I will copy. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can always like make duplication. Just like here, you can duplicate the project. Can you see it now?
Yes, I mean, it's the project itself, it's not open yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So here it is. Just take
Yeah.
some time. Okay, so basically you will need like to incorporate audios and musical piece, the one that you have already downloaded from Bexbay audios. Okay, so all will be downloaded here in my media on this place. Okay, this takes time actually because you'll have to fix, okay, and sometimes they are not downloaded right, so you have to delete them. Okay, you have to make sure that everything is in actually, and not like downloaded in a nasty way. Also another technique, not just like downloading from this arrow, you can drag. So if you have anything from the desktop, for example, okay, I have here this one, you can drag it, okay, and it can still fit in here. But since I don't really want to make it very crowded, so I will be satisfied with all the stuff here, and we can gently begin. Okay, we will examine every piece we finish, we examine it. Okay, so let's first see this part. So to make this fragment, okay, first I will be having this part as the beginning, the cover, okay, and then attached to it the musical piece, and then this one is the title, where it is written the MRN films. So the title, you will click here, okay, and because I used this version of the trailer, so I have current themes of a film strip of the trailer, and also I have the conventional one, which is already incorporated in all the projects of the iMovie. Let's just try when we yeah, it will like be previewed when you click on it. Okay, here we have multiple forms, and of course you know about all these, Vanessa. So according to again the style that you want, you try to experiment, trial and error, and usually the scrolling credits is put at the end of the video. I really like this one. For example, it gives like flashes, and if you want to attract attention, you know. Or full force, this one also is very good to grasp the attention. We have this one also. So there are multiple of them. So here that we have already started with the initial part, okay, I examine again. And you always have to pay attention to the lens, okay, so that it will not be very lengthy, and it can still fit with the introduction music. Sometimes overlap is okay. Okay, so here even when you examine the audio, it wouldn't be really audible that you have an overlap. Okay, because sometimes you have like this fading out portion of any audio. So it's okay, it's all about try. Here, because I've already used the template of the trailer, so I have the privilege of using the title style. And that's why sometimes this merge gives you a lot of credits that you can use, like titles looking different in this way. What about the maps? Here the maps is very interesting. You have background, and this is where the MRN map came from, actually. When I click here, okay. Nathan, I used this one. So you were in California, right? Right, Nathan?
Yes.
Yeah. So how to get around the exact place? Okay. Oh, sorry. I will delete them again. No. So here you have the route. You can choose. So it's very interesting. You have everything as if on Google Maps. You have everything. Either you will choose like with the state, just the state itself, or even the city in that state. So it's really, really interesting. It's according to if you are going to connect all the people on the map with their states or with their cities, and if you would like to make like zooming in, zooming out. Okay, so let's try something, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, for example. Okay. Sorry. Takes just time to be incorporated. Okay, here, can you see it? So for example, I don't want it to appear like this. I want it to be like looking like educational map. Okay, so it will appear like this from the style, or watercolor map. Again, it's according to the message that I want to convey and the mood of this part incorporated. And then I need to link it with, for example, I don't know, maybe Brazil, this part, because we need to see the transition, how it goes like. So here, there is the old map. Let's play it and see. Okay, so here's the map issue. It's really fun, and it's great when you are talking about global initiatives or something like this. You can use a globe so that it can like move around its axis in this way, and then you can do the connections, or you can use a still one, like when I use this one. Okay, so and at the end you can undo if you are uncomfortable about those changes. You can undo location, undo. Okay, set map. It's totally fine to experiment, and this application at the end is auto-saved. So don't worry, it's just about the internet connection. You have to make sure you are having good access. So what's next? Regarding the title, you can either drag it so that you can make it more lengthy. Okay, drag it like this. If I need to make more focus on what's written, okay, so it will take time like this. Also to let you know that the settings from here, it makes you zoom in or zoom out in the this part that you are compiling all the fragments. If you are like near the end and you are trying to figure out the small glitches that you need to focus regarding the audio or the lens itself, then use the zooming in to try to figure out where the problem is coming from. If you want just to examine in detail, the audio especially, because sometimes when we adjust the audio pieces together, it makes like a very uncomfortable, something is not smoothly running. So you have to pay attention to, sorry, I will drag it up, you see. Yeah, you will have to pay attention to these vibrations. Okay, for example, here, so here the repetition of the chorus is starting again. Okay, so maybe I want to cut here. Okay, so you can split. Okay, and I need, for example, to have this chorus to be used back and forth in another fragment of the clip. So I will see, for example, where it ends. Okay, so you have to try and see this part where it ends. That's it. Okay, so I see that after this there will be a difference in the tone. I can cut again here and then re-examine. This is just to give you a quick taste of how tedious the process is, and how you should have like this artistic point of view to try to make things in a way that's truly more or less like professional in the framing of it. What else should we go through? It's about the transition. Now you have another icon called transition. Again, I have the privilege of those film strips, because I used the trailer. Okay. Do you need to have a break? I think that we have been like explaining for more than 30 minutes. Shall I continue, Vanessa, or should we like stop and see the whole video and then continue so that we can allow for more discussion on the chat and to see if there is any questions, anything? Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we should continue. Does anybody would like to have to take a break or do any or ask anything specific? Oh, yeah. I think you should continue then, so then we can have more time to, discuss.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
here, when you just put the arrow, it will give you a preview on how the transition will go like. The transition is between those clips, okay? So here you have film strip 1, film strip 2, that's like dragged like this, and then film strip 3 in another form, film strip 4, another focus. And then you have those already in use, like cross blur. And I used this. It was very tricky. And actually my son, he directed me to this part because I wanted to include the map, like the one that we used in the video of the MRN objectives, but I wanted it to be like more nostalgic, or more like appearing in a different way. So I will give you also the tips on this. Can you see here the transition? Okay, so here the transition is this one. Okay, here. Okay, can you see it? So
yeah.
Okay, so here I put first the style of, oh, sorry, here I put the video, the old video, okay? So I had it here already in the media, and I can show you the whole video itself. Oh, it's a lot actually. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in all these. Maybe it was.
Yeah, but that's okay. You need to have the video inside the media as the first stage that you showed, and then you drag it into the timeline and to do the transition, right?
The issue is the video here is like very long, okay? Oh, this one is like our meetings, not the objectives. Yeah, maybe it's this one. Okay, not this one. I just want to show you how you are like dragging part of it, not. So let's take this one. Sometimes, for example, I find like most of us are here in the Zoom meeting and our cameras are open. So I want, for example, to take this part, but because it's like 1 hour long, so I will click here. I will try to use like 2 seconds, 2.4 seconds, okay? According to the place that I want to include it in. And then I click here. Okay, so you have this frame, this yellow frame. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the trick, that sometimes you have long meetings, but then you will find out that like people are laughing here, something is looking really attractive. So you can just like choose this part and then frame it in this yellow frame. Click on this selection, and then it comes down. Usually when it's inserted near the end. So you have to, again, click on it. It will be framed in green, and then you drag it. Here I want to minimize again. I should minimize the screen so that I can drag it quickly. Okay. So you can take it with you, okay? Drag it, or you have another idea. Instead of drag it, you have on the Mac this shortcut. which is Command and then V, okay? Oh, I don't know what's happening. Or Command C, yeah, it's Command C, which is copy, okay? And then, for example, I would go here, okay? And I will make Command V. When you make Command V, it will automatically become insert. So this command is really making it more easier. If I don't want this part, then I will click undo, okay? And undo move, and that's it. So here, just to let you know that how you can take from a very long video, 1 hour, you can take just like few seconds. Yeah, so we were talking about the transition. Let's drag again to see how we can make the transition. It was in this part. So sometimes it's more enjoyable when you have 3 minutes to finish. When it goes beyond 10 minutes, 9 minutes, it's really hectic to be like working in seconds, to adjust everything in seconds in this way. So this video took a lot of time, and even I was so apologetic actually that during the meeting itself, I wasn't able to showcase it in a perfect way. It was just like having a lot of stumbles in it. It wasn't truly like the way I was satisfied with it. But nevertheless, because you are very nice people and you always congratulate me for any work that I do, then I was able to, you know, carry on and continue. And even Vanessa, she provided some very, very important remarks. And that's why I'm telling you that reviewing is very, very important, because it gives you a second eye. Sometimes we are not really aware of some of the glitches, some of the audio errors, and even sometimes things are fastly flowing so that you cannot really grasp the attention of what's going on, you know. So having another eye with you is truly something that I'm very grateful of. So how come the map becomes in this color and become like shaky in a little bit? Okay, so here you have this rabbit. So let me tell you what happened. You have fast-paced, okay? The speed. So I accelerated the speed. Let's try. We also have freeze frame that I use near the end of the video, and I'll show you how. But then we have like slow, fast, or normal. And also we have reverse. So if I want to connect myself to Nathan first, before Nathan connects with me, then maybe I can try this reverse. Let's examine and see. Oh, sorry. Sometimes we can maximize from here to see the full picture. Okay. So what happened also in the color itself? Here, when you click on this icon, okay, you have aged film. So this is how I try to make it like nostalgic, or, you know, days from the past or anything like this. We can examine some other, and you let me know how. Oh, see, so this is comic ink. You have Western, that's nice. Also, I use it in some. You have bleach bypass, see? So it's all like with an experimentation, you know, how you are patient enough to experiment with this issue. Night into day, see here, it's very strange. Okay. So, and what about the transition? Because here, for example, see, you have like Cairo, okay, and all of a sudden Cairo became like Egypt in a focus. So here we use the transition, which is when you click, double click on it, okay, you have here is cross dissolve, this one. cross dissolve, it makes like them, the two clips, they are dissolved into one another. So if you are going to connect two areas, it will like dissolve like this, okay? It's very tricky, but then the duration also, it makes a big difference, because you need to dissolve them in a way like it becomes like in a dreamy mood or something, like it's like merging together, you know, in a very I don't know, harmonious way or something like this. So you need to increase the duration. Basically, the duration is 1 second. This is the basic that we use. But sometimes when you want to bring more focus, that, you know, the connection is happening, so that you increase this cross dissolve transition. Okay, so here, for example, it was like a long distance from Nigeria to Brazil. So I used less, okay? One of them was less, 0.5 seconds. So it's accordingly, you know, it's very tedious, and it's very fun also. Like here, you have the filter. It makes a lot of difference, actually. And another tip, that if you have like haziness, or you need to enhance the picture itself, you can click on here, okay? When I click here, oh, let's try in another one, because maybe this is having a lot of filters on it. Are you tired, or shall I continue?
Yeah. I vote for continue.
Okay, so I just wanted to give you a taste of how this enhancer is really affecting not just the video, but also the audio quality. Okay, so focus here, okay, on this globe, okay? See how it's more bright, okay? Right? Okay, so
Yeah.
also this one, there's a little bit of color difference. Yeah, so what else do we need to discuss at this point? We discussed about the transitions, the background. You have many other backgrounds, not just the globe. You have this when you click on it, okay? And I used one very spectacular, actually. I really like it, the diagonal lines, because those diagonal lines, they really help when I was trying to make like an African ornamentation or something, like looking African, okay? So here, for example, I wrote, as the MRN journeyed far and wide, and then I wanted to make like a dynamism. So here you will find like the color. Oh, just hold on. Yeah, all is well now. I wanted to make sure that the color, this one was very, very bright, and the color was not really going well with the general, you know, outline of the video. So when I applied film clips, can you imagine the color, how much it's becoming in a very different way? And even here, when it's aged, oh, sorry. I hope you can see it well, but it has something like, you know, a rough surface. It's not like smooth like this one, but aged, it makes very different, or dreamy, see? It becomes very different when you apply the filter. You have those mosaic backgrounds also. Some of them are static, some are moving. Let me show you like, so this diagonal line is dynamic, okay? Yeah, there's another one also dynamic, maybe this one. And this one also, when you change the color, it becomes really nice. Oh yeah, and the underwater, this one is very nice also. It's dynamic, blobs. Okay, and then this organic is very classic actually. You have something like ornamentations appearing near the end, and that's it. Is it apparent? Can you see it?
Yes.
And you have the curtain. It's very cool, this curtain. Okay. So in every part you have many choices, okay? But about the background, what was really unique about it is this moving globe and those maps. I really love them for networking. And then the titles, we have already talked about them. You have many different kinds of titles. And the audio and video, actually, you can add some audios to enhance the mood itself. For example, let's try volcano eruption. And also you have the timing. The timing is very important. Okay. The sound effects you can choose from here. You have booms, you have work. I like also the chatting here. It was like
the number you have dialed has been changed.
okay.
The new number is. Please note, the new number is.
So it's very funny, actually. You can go around and experiment with all of them. You have parks, dogs. All gives you the mood.
Mona,
Yes.
you have more than one layer of music, right? Of sound, audio. You have like 2 layers, right?
Exactly. Sometimes 3 and 4. It's
okay.
I can't tell you how crazy it can be. And I have other videos, it's like going crazy, really, like overlap in a way. So here, even you have fragments that are adjusted. And let me also speak about this, because sometimes when you really become like trapped in an audio that is not lengthy enough to accommodate your whole clips, then the very tough strategy is to cut into the chorus, you know, or the repeats, and then try to stick them together. I don't know if it appears or not, but let's listen here. So here's okay. Here is not really apparent, okay? But sometimes the overlap is becoming really crazy and gets on my nerves, actually. So sometimes I have to fade in or fade out, you know, like this, fading in the video. And let's examine. Okay. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And that's why sometimes you have many sleepless nights just trying to fix very small issue like this, how you can adjust the audio together. So my advice to you is from the start, when you are browsing through this free audios on Bixby, you try to download something that is really fitting with the size of your whole video, the size that can fit in with the whole video. The problem with those video presentations that sometimes you cannot really anticipate how long the video will take, or how many clips you will incorporate, you know. But when it comes to video presentations for conferences, for example, then the issue is easy because the conference is giving instructions that we need a 3-minute video. So you can simply download a 3-minute video and save yourself the trouble. Okay, so this is my advice to you, because sometimes when you try to glue all those pieces together, even if you are like fading some of those parts, it's not like perfect. Yes.
Mona,
Yes.
I missed it. How did you fade in the sound, the music?
Okay, so here you have this arrow. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And you have this arrow. There are two different arrows. Okay.
Yeah.
The
This
one
one.
having, yeah. Oh, okay. So the one black and projected a little bit. No, this one is framing the whole audio piece. As you can see, this yellow line framing the whole audio piece. This is not to be played around with, okay? Because this will cut through the piece of the audio. But then when you go a little bit here, yeah, you have a very narrow arrow. Can you see it?
Okay. Yes.
Like arrow is no body. Okay, so this arrow is for dragging. You start to click here and you drag. Okay, when you drag like this, it will make fading. Oh, or you can drag like this even if you want. Okay. And when you drag like this, it will take off those heavy beats that you don't want to include. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, so it's still working, but you have to adjust and trial and error, you know. You have to adjust whether you will take from this part with the heavy beats or you will take from the other parts, okay? From this side or from this side, but always take care which arrow you are going to use, because otherwise it again will make you more frustrated if you cut and then you didn't really notice. Yeah, so about the audio again, because the audio is something that's truly, you know, you have to experiment a lot with it. You have here the audio as I'm downloading it, no difference, or you can choose something that's
Mona?
yes.
Okay, you're silent, right? Silence.
I was trying to play those voices.
Okay. I thought that you disappeared.
So can you hear it?
Yes, but the sound of the thing,
It's
not really.
So it's very noisy, and we shouldn't really go around them all, but you have audio effect, just like you have visual effects and enhancement.
Yes.
Again, here, the audio itself, you can change or you can play around with it. And also you have filters. Sorry, it's not working because I'm not. It's always have to be framed so that it works. You can make it like the volume of it, okay, loud or unloud. This depends. Even if you are having an overlapping speaker, then you have to make the background audio like reduced to 30 or 40 or something like this. Okay, so here also you have lower volume of other clips, because if you are going to use other clips above this, like speakers or something like this, you have to consider this option. Yeah, I guess we can just like one more thing and then we will pause, okay? Because I need to have feedback. I'm having like a full discussion. I thought like I will give you just like a little bit of it, but then, you know, I feel like I'm really engaged with you, and even Vanessa is encouraging me. Here, what happened with this freezing? Okay, so let's like make it bigger so that we can see this fragment. Okay, so did you notice this hand on those clips? Yeah, let's just maximize it a bit. Can you see those hands?
Yes.
Okay, so what about this freeze frame? How it works? Actually, it's like you choose which part first you want to freeze. Okay, for example, I want to freeze the part where Habiballah is speaking. Okay, so because I have already applied like a shorter frame for the clips, then you cannot really see how the beginning starts. But then, for example, from here, okay, I want to freeze from here, okay, but then you have also to be kind and gentle. So do not start freezing when, you know, he's starting to speak like this. And so he would look, you know, yani, try to make freezing in part of the video where
he looks good, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because it's really difficult when you are dealing with seconds. So you have to pay attention even to those very small stuff that can annoy other people. But from your perspective, you are thinking just like technical. But sometimes you have to have this humanistic aspect as well. So here I can freeze maybe. Okay, that's okay. So when you click here on the hand, you will have all this part freezed, okay? How much time is this? It's written above here, it's 3 seconds. Why did I choose 3 seconds? Because I need people to read. His name is Habiballah Aledibo, and he's faculty of Pharmaceutical Science, University of Ilorin, Nigeria. I need to have time for people to read all this. So less than 3 seconds, it's impossible. So again, here you have to be really considerate beyond the technical part, okay? So I'll stop here and maybe we can have some questions or some feedback and let's see how it's going.
Thank you very much, Mona. It was lovely. You're very, how do you say?
Explorer.
It's gonna come, the word, but you gave us a lot, basically.
Thank you, Vanessa. It's all about exploration, adventure, you know, having patience with the app, not being frustrated with what's going on a technical basis.
And very creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Yeah. And make it on stages, you know, reframing. So first, if you are going to incorporate videos of speakers, then you have to make the time enough for them to take their videos in the way they would like it to be. And then if you have any technical issues with the flow, you know, sometimes I would have like few minutes before I speak and few minutes after that I don't need in the video. I want to compress it. So again, you will try to split the clip and glue it together, and yeah, takes time. So,
yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
And the word I wanted to say is generous. You were very generous with us. Thank you. So the question is, when you, for example, when I record in the Zoom, right? Or even in my mobile, and usually you have a little time before and after that you need to erase because you were pressing record and you were getting ready. How can you take this out, you know, edit?
Okay, so if you can notice, this yellow framing of any clip is fundamental for working on any part of the clip, okay? So when you have this framing, okay, you just right click on it. It will bring you many choices and you have split. So you can just split from the cursor, okay, where you are stepping, and then you have 2 fragments of it. The one that you don't need, you just click again and delete, or drag it. You can have it more stretched a bit. So
right click and then appears the menu. Perfect. Nathan just said something, a few follow-up discussion questions. What ideas do you have about how we can develop interesting and impactful content together?
That's very important, because technicalities is nothing without having a clear message and also having something valuable to present. So it's all about the script, how you articulate the script, and how you try to convey the message through the pictures and through our collective presence, you know. That's why I really love those collective videos that we make together, because it gives the essence, like we are all here connected in a very nice way. And I can see it's like Fadili, who is there? Fadili, Rahima. Oh, Fadili. Oh, you are a techno man also. I know that you are very good in technology. Just like my son, so he's very good in iMovie also. So did you watch this workshop?
He was doing homework, but he'll check it out later, I think. And just this does raise the few questions related to what I had posted in the chat about even intergenerational or some of the skills that children and youth bring to this space. And I know, Mona, you referenced the way that your son had assisted you. And I think this is one area in particular that Africa is well placed because of a very capable and engaged population that is very young in the age distribution. So maybe just to see about inviting a few audience members who are a bit new in this space. There's Mason and Abdi Nasir and Simon. All of these guys are on the younger side and might have some ideas about how we can build on the capacity that we have within our community to think about engaging in other spaces, whether it's academic or advocacy, talking about issues related to Africa and the population, water, climate change, biodiversity, things of that sort. And I know in particular, Mason is probably together with his cousin called Khan, and we had some lengthy discussions over the past couple of weeks about content creation related to planetary health, in particular indigenous wisdom and ways that we can tell these stories that right now are not at all widely known or shared in the global spaces. So maybe just to see if anyone would come in. I don't know, Abdi first, if you want to say who you are. I think this is your first time joining in a Kofi virtual meeting. So that would be a nice thing to share about who you are and your ideas related to what's been presented.
Hello, this is Abdi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
This is Abdi from Kenya. And glad that you have all these amazing discussions. And I am very glad that I am among the teams. I'm called by the name Abdi Nasir Hassan from Kenya, Nairobi. And as you have been told by Dr. Nathan, I am from the northern side of Kenya, the arid and semi-arid land where people lack a lot of human basic needs like water, like food, and like education. And people mostly, depend on livestock. The livestock people mostly depend on. Mostly there are so many kind of droughts that the livestock must die. and the most people on is that of livestock. So we want to have another alternatives, and people have the kind of awareness that we should have education, and we should be making plans conducive and a place where it is suitable for living. Now that is now my aim, and the young are passionate about climate, such stuff. I am very glad that you are talking these initiatives. As a young leader, I need to be, ambassador to the youth from those areas where people are totally suffering from this climate change and this, hunger safety and these all health issues problems. I need to be the champion and the guy who is fighting for the rights, looking the right channel. As you are, if you are from that community and you are the right person to go and you are from the right channel, things will be smooth. But if you don't have someone from the grassroots, you'll have no any other capacity to at least help the community, or even if you have funds, you have nowhere to start from. But if you have someone who is from the community and at least educated person and you know the local language and the dialect, at least you may have at least a capacity that you can say you have someone around there. So I am championing to be among the youth and leaders from those northern parts of the country where people are suffering in terms of climate change, to be their voice. I think that is my role, and I have told as I have tried what you call project planning and management. I'm a project manager as well. Thank you, Dr. Nathan, and I thank you. I think people had you it, or my voice was a little bit small.
Thank you, Abdi. It was a little bit quiet on my side, but I think I was able to hear most of what you shared. And just to follow up briefly, that Africa Climate Week just concluded a couple weeks ago, and we have a lot of new people who will be coming into the Kofi space, and it's an exciting time to link the global or continent-wide advocacy and community building that we've been doing with trying to have a very strong team on the ground. As Abdi has shared, some of the issues that are especially important in Kenya, some of the communities that are disproportionately impacted by climate change. So we look forward to future discussions and figuring out what the way forward looks like to link who we have in this space, the availability and experience and expertise. So just excited to continue moving forward together. Thanks again.
So thank you, thank you everyone. I don't know whether everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear.
So Nathan has brought about. I'm sorry, my name is Mason Kipila from Kenya. I am a new recruiter of Akofe, and it is a good opportunity for me and a good thing for me to be here. So about content creation, because that is what me and my cousin can mostly do. I think creating content about health, the environment in the arid and semi-arid lands, because that is where we come from. We are faced by unique challenges. And I think it is about time that we can do maybe content from there. Discuss the health challenges faced by the ASAL communities, the harsh environmental conditions. We emphasize issues like dehydration, health-related illness, and nutrition. Explore how maybe environmental factors like limited access to clean water and nutritious food affect the health of the ASAL communities. So maybe share information on how communities in ASAL areas adapt to their environment to maintain good health. And also this is very important, maybe highlighting traditional practices.
Looks like you got muted, Mason.
Saying, and also traditional practices and modern innovations that help mitigate health and environment risks. We also have maybe importance of preserving the fragile ecosystem in the ASAL communities. We come from along the Masai Mara, where the Masais and the wild animals coexist. So there is really maybe a need to do content creation from there. We also have to address the critical issue of water scarcity and how it impacts both our health and in environmental wise too. So I think without further ado, maybe the only we actually have a discussion about how we're going to come about with long-lasting solutions. So thank you.
Thank you, Mason, and thank you, Abdi. I see like a few people might have dropped, and I don't know if Simon, if the audio is working. So maybe Johannes or Mona or Vanessa, any additional things to share, or following up on meeting some of the new friends and community members.
Can I go? And
Sure.
something. Actually, I really welcome Abdel Nasser and Mason. And it's really wonderful that our African community is expanding and we are having the same objectives to fulfill together. I also want to give you some optimistic news that because in the chat I figured out that the problem in video making is not about having a computer which is Mac or non-Mac, okay? So in the beginning of the discussion, we discussed several other applications, and even the Microsoft PowerPoint is a powerful tool that you can still work on it and save your PowerPoint into an MP4 version that can work out like an exact video. With very good capabilities that can convey the message. So what's truly important is articulating the message very well, being creative in searching for the pictures that you need, the resources, so on, to build up your content. And then try to merge all these in a way that is truly attractive for your audience to make your message propagate in a nice way. So Abdel Nasser or Mason, if you are using Microsoft PowerPoint, I think this is accessible and easy, and you can explore how you can convert the PowerPoint into an MP4 version after you finish this presentation, and then save it as a video. So with Tess, we will be writing like some of these apps and resources to make video presentation. For today, we have just showcased the iMovie because we have constant requests like how am I able to merge all the speakers' videos into 1 3-minute or 5-minute video, and this was like the question that I needed to answer today, like how it can be a tedious process, but at the same time worthwhile. So it's more like a skill that's built with time, but then you have other applications also to explore. So thank you so much for your attendance, and we hope that you can join in the next meetings, inshallah. Thank you.
Yes. So if anybody would like to share anything else, otherwise I think we can finish. Tess will, or me or Mana will be sharing all the links that was shared today. And we'll see hopefully in our next meeting next month. Everybody's invited. And jump in our WhatsApp group and be tuned. If anybody wants to share anything else, please feel free.
This is Abdinasir. Wanted to say that I'm glad I am with you here today, and I'm very much I feel like I am at home. Thank you very much, guys, and I appreciate all these good, great minds that trying to transform the world into a very peaceful place. As our objective is to have a continent that is safe, a global that is safe, regardless of any continent that we will left behind. We will leave any continent behind, whether it is Asia, whether it's America, whether it is Africa. We need to have very peaceful globe. So I'm very much glad to have this kind of great minds to have a discussion to save the world. And my contribution is that we wanted to have a WhatsApp group that we can share our ideas, our meetings, our schedules, so that people might have at least people might have busy schedules. So at least it's better to have at least a schedule on how to come online, when to to have a Zoom meeting, some kind of information prior, so that it may not be as an accidental or an abrupt like today we had. So I am thinking of creating a WhatsApp group for all of us, so that we can have a a group information where we have the right time to have a Zoom meeting, when to meet, or any other things that we share in the group, whether it is other information, whether it is other ideas or other opinions. So I am appealing to have a WhatsApp group, all of us. That's my opinion. Thank you very much, and I wish you all well. I don't know if any other person have another idea or alternatives. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Abdi. Can I call you Abdi?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So Tess just shared in the chat. This is the Linktree. We have all our links from the groups and emails and everything, so you can easily connect from there, because those groups exist. So you're more than welcome to join. Did I miss anything? If Nathan wants to jump in. Thank you very much for being here.
Just briefly to share that we are in the process of figuring out about onboarding, orientation, moving towards formalization of membership and leadership, especially at the country level within Kenya. That can probably be a template for future, whenever we hope to have more clarity about what membership offers, the benefits, and then also what as an organization we can do to develop and advance so that the impact that we have is sustainable. And just to mention how I think that this idea of really having a supportive community where people like Mona, who have extensive experience working with some of the content creation tools, can do like today, sharing with others who have an interest or maybe have a need but haven't had the full array of tools or supportive people in their network to guide them through some of what it takes to develop a polished and professional, even inspiring and impactful output. So that's something that I think using our unique position and the shared values that we have as team members or community members, it's something that I think we can really open up a lot of inspiring ideas and voices, solutions that are not widely known or heard right now. So it's an exciting time to be together and to think about adding these ingredients together to make a beautiful combination and just help to make it so that, as the Akofi mission talks about, the Akofi vision, a healthy and sustainable Africa for all, definitely expands to the global level. That's the vision that we share. And from that comes a more peaceful and healthy earth for all. So thanks again, everyone, for that, and looking forward to continuing to move together.
Thank you all for coming. We'll see each other again soon.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and hoping to you soon.
Yes. Tess, are you there? Tess? Oh. I'm not sure if Tess dropped, but so I think we can just, end and it will finish by itself. Oh, no, we cannot hear you, Tess. Maybe we can't hear anything. It's just, you can close the meeting, I guess, until the next one. Just thank you, everybody. No, we can't hear you, Tess. And yes, Springer just got here. But something.
Can at least Dr. Nathan, can at least please have some little bit information since we are waiting for Tess to come, please.
Yeah. Okay, mic is on. I can't hear you. Yeah. Tess, can you hear me, right? Yeah, you can just end our meeting, even though like Springer just got here and we are closing it. But please let me share again the link tree here so you can contact us. Yes, so I just shared the link tree from a coffee, and then there we can be in contact through different ways. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you soon, Sprinter and everybody.